today, Justice Ketanji Brown Jackson is being sworn in as Justice Breyer retires. Obviously, that will not change the makeup of this right-leaning and majority conservative Supreme Court. It won't change that balance, but it is noteworthy. And I wish we were in a better place to celebrate the first African-American woman to sit on the Supreme Court. But when it comes to actually helping someone like Justice Brown Jackson out in terms of padding it a little bit, that's off the table. So this is again, according to Reuters, and they're reporting with senior White House officials. Privately, Biden has expressed skepticism about a wide range of Supreme Court reform proposals, including restricting the court's powers, setting limits for term limits for justices, and strengthening ethics and transparency rules, according to a person involved in conversations weeks prior to the most recent Supreme Court decision. And mind you, you got maybe the filibuster in writing on a tweet. Yes, I want to reform it, change it for this instance. But beyond that, that seems like as much as the White House is willing to do, at least from now until you know when. So for example, the White House does not support calls to allow abortion providers to work from federal property because it is worried the government won't be able to keep them safe on or off the property, two sources explained. In terms of offering federal funding to women traveling out of state, that also it's okay, you can travel, but you gotta fund it on your own, because if we help you, we could run afoul of the Hyde Amendment, which prohibits federal funding of abortions except in cases of a risk to a mother's life, rape, or incest, which once again, in some of these draconian states, there's like a carve out for that, if even those victims can get access to abortion care and coverage. But Joe Biden supported the Hyde Amendment until 2019, until it was clear he was running for office. And folks were like, why do you still support this? And then he had to drop it, at least on paper. But it seems like tacitly he's still supporting it. Before I let you jump in, Nancy Pelosi, who's in Italy right now for some reason, I don't know why. She outlined specific legislation that Democrats will consider, including shielding women from criminal prosecution if they travel out of state to seek an abortion, and protecting women's personal data stored in reproductive health apps from state lawmakers. So again, the ground moves, everything changes more to the right. Things get worse and worse and worse. And Democrats, do they hold the line? No, we're fighting now on the grounds that Republicans have set out for us. Okay, so you won't be prosecuted for traveling. Okay, well, we'll make sure that apps can't track you. It's like, yeah, none of this should be happening in the first place. But Erin, please.
Yeah, it seems very much like, okay, so quick story time. One time I was in negotiations for a job, and I was talking to this editor that I'm friendly with, and he told me, stop. Right now you are sounding like when Bugs Bunny convinces Elmer Fudd to argue with himself. And I feel like the Democrats are like Elmer Fudd, talking themselves into a worse and worse deal, and Republicans are the Bugs Bunny. You never want to be the Elmer Fudd. You always want to be the Bugs Bunny. We're the Elmer Fudd right now. We're arguing against ourselves. We're talking ourselves out of things. You know what Republicans do? Republicans try things. Republicans try things that sound nuts. And then they just let the courts figure it out. Let someone else decide whether or not it was okay after the fact. We need to start, and I, maybe I'll eat my words here. We need to start asking for forgiveness instead of permission. We need to start just trying things, because we've been asking for permission for too long. They don't ask for permission, they just do things. We need to start doing things. Okay, we can't put abortion clinics on federal land. Why not? Let's try it. Let's see what happens. Right. So the issue is you're worried that people won't be safe. Send people to protect them, and let the courts say that that's not okay. Why aren't we trying things? Why aren't we being a little bit bolder? I think now is not a time to talk ourselves out of action that could help people.
And yet that is precisely what the White House believes is the way forward. Let's see, I'm trying to find where but this is also in that Reuters article, basically admitting that this is not gonna help them in November. That if they do anything bold, that will turn people away from the polls. And again, if you needed any more evidence that they don't care about young people, about women's votes, about the LGBTQ plus vote, about people of color votes, about all the votes of the people whose civil rights are currently being stripped away from this extremist Supreme Court, it's that those actions, any kind of clinic on federal land, getting people Plan C, whatever it is, that feels too radical for them because they want the middle sliver, that sort of middle, like the piece of pie's already been eaten, but they're like, there's still some crumbs, and they want that middle sliver of voters.
Check out the Damage Report podcast each day, wherever you get your podcasts, whether Pocket Casts or Stitcher or iTunes. You can join me as I give you the news and stories you want, with a range of co-hosts and interview guests jumping in on the fun each day. Again, that's the Damage Report, wherever you get your podcasts. And if you get them at iTunes, don't forget to rate and review. Sometimes I'll read them live on the show.